Hi everyone, welcome back to another tips and trick video on Microsoft Teams. Today we're going to be taking a look at how Microsoft Teams store their files. Now, have you ever wondered where the files are being stored in Microsoft Teams? Today I'm going to be showing you in my research and development channel in the Files tab. If we follow my mouse over to the right, we see a Open in SharePoint button. If we were to select on this button, it's going to open my browser and now take me to the link of the SharePoint team site. Here we can mark some similarities. As you can see, the site name matches with the same name in Microsoft Team of our team. And currently what is shown is the document library, and we are located in the research and development folder, which is also the name of the channel in our Microsoft Teams. We can also see some similarities in the documentation name that are shown in SharePoint Online here, as shown with the files that are here in Microsoft Teams. Now, for example, if I were to go and delete a file off of Microsoft Teams, we'll put Microsoft Teams side by side with our SharePoint site. And here, what we want to do is now refresh the page. And we can see that the documentation that I had deleted on Microsoft Teams is now also synced up with SharePoint Online. Therefore, SharePoint and Microsoft Teams will always be in sync with one another, which can also help you answer the question of an understanding of where the files are being stored in Microsoft Teams. Now, you may be wondering, what if I were to upload a file into either Microsoft Teams or to SharePoint? As again, we'll do this for example. We will go ahead and add the file just to ensure it's there. And in my Microsoft Teams, I'll refresh the page here. And we can see that the documentation has also been added. Awesome. So this one is for a public channel. Well, what about the other public channel that we have in our Mark 8 project? Well, if we go back to SharePoint Online, and if we were to go up a level, which is our document library, we can see that there are other folders that also has the same name as our channel on Microsoft Teams. So again, whenever you create a channel on Microsoft Teams, you're essentially making a new folder on SharePoint Online for where all your files are going to be stored at. Well, that's great, but what about if I were in Microsoft Teams and I created a private channel, as such here with the one that's called Private Design? If I were to go and open this channel in Microsoft Teams, we'll go ahead and go to Files, and we'll select on the ellipses to open in SharePoint. Now this will also take me to the SharePoint Teams site. It has its own look and feel, completely different to the other SharePoint Teams site we were looking at. Essentially, what you're doing here is when you're creating a new private channel in Microsoft Teams, you're creating a new SharePoint site, which is going to have its own SharePoint site collection. Now, the separate site collection is to ensure that all the files that are stored in this private channel, it's only restricted to the members who join this private design channel. Now again, just to show you, if I were to drag and drop a documentation into Microsoft Teams, and if I were to refresh the page on SharePoint, we can see that the documentation are now in sync with one another. Of course, I hope this helps you understand a little bit of where the files are being stored in Microsoft Teams. If you found this video helpful, please give us a like, hit the subscribe button so that you can get notified when we upload new tips and trick videos. And we'll see you next time.